is Rudy Mason sitting in and saying, hello, hello, hello. Why? Because there is a new initiative on the South Shore called Projet Allo, and it is targeting Anglos who are trying to navigate the healthcare system in the western part of the South Shore. So we would be talking the Montérégie-Ouest, which means La Prairie to Vaudreuil-Dorion. For example, the Anna LaBerge Hospital in Chateauguay, the Barrie Memorial Hospital in Ormstown, and so on. And this is a program that recruits employees in the healthcare sector who are willing to be identified with a little kind of like badge thing as able to help people navigate the system in English. And here to tell us more is Karissa Clayberg, English Liaison Officer with the Montérégie-Ouest Regional Health Board. Karissa, thanks for joining us on CJAD.
Hi, thank you for having me.
This is not an entirely new project, but it is new to your region. Why did you decide to go with it?
Yes, so the Projet Allo was actually a provincial initiative. If I can elaborate on what you said, it's a little bit, it's exactly the same. It's about improving communication with our English-speaking users, and it's about also associating the color yellow with access to services in English. And so, yeah, we decided to go with it because we saw it launched in other regions, and they reported positive results. We know in our region as well, we have about 22% of our population that is English-speaking, and that's per the 2021 census. So we felt it was a practical solution to help reduce communication barriers. And it's all about ensuring that users can express themselves clearly and be understood with regards to their care. So we know that's essential for quality healthcare. And I also wanted to point out that we're very fortunate because we had the support of a key community partner, the Montérégie-Ouest Community Network. They also go by the MWCN. And they also helped make this initiative possible by financing our first batch of cards. So we're very grateful to them for their support.
So how does it work? What is the card and how does it work?
So the card is, like you said, it's a little yellow card that goes behind our employee badge. In the Montérégie-Ouest, we've adapted, it says, Je parle français English. So it's all about essentially a way to quickly identify staff who are comfortable being approached in English. And it's also a good tool for our staff members as well because it's a way for them to identify who is comfortable, supporting and offering services in English as well.
And so I guess the idea is if you're a patient and you're a little bewildered and you don't know where to go or what to do, if you spot an employee with this yellow card behind their ID badge, you can feel confident if you go up and ask that they'll be able to help you in English.
Exactly. So we've explained the initiative to our staff, saying it's a voluntary basis. And by wearing the card, you're essentially saying that you're comfortable being approached in English. And if, for some reason you're not able to help, you're saying also that you're willing to help direct the person towards the appropriate resource.
What has been the uptake level for the cards among staff members?
Well, we did just launch. It was very recent at the end of April. So it's still quite early, but so far it's been really, really well received. So I'm happy to report, it's going well so far.
Do you have any numbers for us? How many people are now using that yellow card?
Well, like I said, it was at the end of April, so I've sent out quite a few batches. I'd say around the 2,000s at this point.
So 2,000 healthcare workers in the western part of the South Shore have agreed to kind of be almost like ambassadors, really, for the system, right? To make themselves available.
Yes, and it's still new, so I still keep getting requests every day. So that's just to give a rough ballpark of how many I've sent out so far. But yeah, essentially it's a way to reiterate that they're there and to help the user should they need it.
Any indication coming back? Now, I understand it is early. It's only been since April, but coming back from the people who have the card saying, oh, I was approached and I was able to help her. People are starting to understand what this means. Or are you still kind of doing more education among Anglos about what the card means, the yellow card?
Yeah, it is still too early to have to report on any impacts. At this stage, we are really focused on implementing the Projet Allo and informing our population and our staff all about the initiative, and really trying to associate, the color yellow. So look for the yellow when you come to any of our facilities. So the primary goal at this point and what we're trying to achieve is just to improve the communication with the user and their overall experience, which we know can play an important role in how they, navigate the healthcare system.
You'll have to forgive me for saying this, Karissa, but I am actually gobsmacked that the Legault government, that the health ministry recognizes that for a lot of Anglophones, it is very bewildering to try and navigate the healthcare system and these big institutions, and you never know where to go, and maybe the signage isn't great. I am amazed that they have recognized that there are Anglos who might need some help, and they're willing to help them. I am honestly amazed by that.
Yeah, I couldn't comment on that, and this initiative isn't really doing anything to diminish the role of French. It is our official and common language in Quebec. And at the same time, we do have, as a health network, we're all about ensuring that those who require assistance are able to access the services and understand what's going on with their health and what's going around them. So, this initiative is all about just establishing clear communication and leading to essentially a better service offer for them.
Have you gotten any sense of where in because that's a big region. If you're talking about the western part of the South Shore, that goes right over to Vaudreuil-Dorion, right? So that's a big swath there. Are there any regions in particular within your territory where you think demand may be highest?
Yeah, so the Montérégie-Ouest is quite a large region, and, we have specific areas where there's a greater proportion of English-speaking residents. And I can assume naturally that there might be a greater need within those areas and within those communities. But like I said, this is a voluntary initiative, so we really opened it up to all of our employees across the entire region and all of our facilities. So the cards will be distributed based on those who are, raising their hand and saying that they wish to participate.
Karissa, interesting initiative. Thank you very much for talking to us about it.
Well, thank you for having me.
Karissa Clayberg is the English liaison officer with the CISSS Montérégie-Ouest. That's the western part of South Shore's Regional Health Board.
Close your eyes and you can hear the entire world come alive. 2026 FIFA World Cup is on, and you can stream it all live on TSN Radio. From the opening kickoff to the final celebration, every match, every moment. Listen to FIFA World Cup on TSN Radio.
Gives Canada the lift off.
Available on iHeartRadio.